And then we also saw what are the three places where we need to activate the rebate agreements. One is at the sales org level, second at the payer customer master record, and third is the billing document type level. You need to activate the rebate processing. So these are the three places where we need to activate the rebate processing before you start with your rebate agreement creation. So after that, we started our discussion on the billing document processing. So what is a billing document? What is the structure of a billing document? How a billing document looks like? What are the different billing documents in standard? What are the functions of the billing document? And we have seen how to define billing document types. So what are the fields that are present in the billing document type definition? And also we have seen the different fields that are significant inside the billing document type definition, and we can also create our own billing document types. So after that, we discussed something about the billing plan. So what is a billing plan? What are the two different type of billing plans that are available in standard SAP? What is a periodic billing? What is a milestone billing? So periodic billing, I have shown you the example inside the system. What is the date category? How do we define the start date, end date? So what is the horizon period? How to see the billing plan inside the sales document? What is the item category that is relevant for billing plan? And what is the billing relevance for those item category? And once we create the sales order, where to go and see the billing plan, and how to create invoice for the billing plan? How do we set the block for the sales order so that it doesn't allow us to create billing before the date? So once the billing is generated, the status of that particular line in the billing plan becomes C. So that we have seen. And then we saw what is the milestone billing. What are milestones? We have seen. So milestones are nothing but different events. And once the particular events are completed, we can generate the billing document. So from where the milestone is coming, billing reference plan, we can create, and from there the milestones will be appearing in our sales document. So once for every milestone, we will have a fixed percentage of the total value of the sales order that would be invoiced, and there would be certain billing block that would be placed inside the milestone billing. So that is about the milestone billing. So once we create the milestone billing, we need to create a down payment, and then we need to process the down payment, which is the initial payment. And then when we create the subsequent invoices, the down payment can be considered. So this is about the milestone billing. And then we saw about the copy control, how copy control is enabled for billing documents. So what are the different ways in which billing document can be created? So billing document can be created from either from a sales order or from another delivery document or from another billing document. And what are the levels in which the copy control is set up? So what are the data transfer routines? What are the copying requirements, and what are the controls that are placed inside the copy control? I have shown you yesterday. And then we saw what is the process to cancel a billing document. So VF11 transaction we can use, and we can cancel the billing document. And then we saw what is the effect of canceling the billing. So the postings would get reversed in the original document, and the cancellation invoice will get generated. So what type of cancellation invoice has to get generated will be decided by the configuration of the billing document type. So inside the billing document type, we will update the cancellation invoice document type. So whenever you cancel a particular invoice, the invoice document type for cancellation, which is updated in that billing document type, will get created. So this is about invoice cancellation. And then we saw what is an invoice list. So grouping of invoices for the same payer, we can create an invoice list. So I am yet to show you the invoice list in the screen. So today we will see how to create invoice list. So the transaction that we use to create invoice list is VF21. So I will show you that today. So this is all we discussed yesterday. So any doubts on these concepts which we discussed yesterday, or any other queries you have on the concepts which we discussed so far from any one of you before we start with today's session?
No, sir.
Okay, so let us proceed. How about others?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
So you are all able to perform the exercises and the theoretical concepts and the learning assessments. I hope that you are able to do them successfully without any issues. So in case if you face any issues, please reach out to me so that we can see how to clear that. So now let us begin our today's session on the invoice process. So today, before we go, I will show you what is invoice list and how to create a invoice list. So we were not able to see the test today. So let me share my screen. Let me know when you're able to see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the transaction what we use to create invoice list is VF21. So here you can give all the billing documents which you want to group. So let me give 2 billing documents which I created yesterday for specific payer. So let us check those 2 billing documents. So these 2 are the billing documents which I created for a particular payer. So we can go here and update those 2 documents and we can execute. Document is not relevant for invoice lists. Okay. Okay, sorry, we'll check these 2 documents. So this is how the invoice list will look like. So this is the payer for whom you are creating the list, and this is the date on which you are creating the invoice, like the billing date of these invoices. And this is the entire value, entire tax amount and the final amount. This is arrived by adding both these. So now here inside this, you see these are the 2 billing documents. These form the line items of the invoice list. So you can click on the conditions, header conditions, you will see here. So at the header, you will have a factoring discount condition MW15, which will appear. So which will give a discount of 15% is a factoring discount tax. And then inside this, if you go to the line item level, we can see what are the conditions. Here you can see the factoring discount tax is distributed 15%. So the partners, you can see what are the partners that are available for this invoice list. So for a specific payer, you can group. So these are the partners that are present here. So you can group the invoices for a particular payer, and on particular dates, whenever you wanted to send this invoice list to that payer, you can mark those dates on the payer master. So invoice list dates, that field will be available in the customer master of this payer. So if you go to the payer, you will see invoice list dates. So if you maintain a factory calendar ID there, on those particular dates, the invoice list will be generated for this particular payer, and we can send it through an output. So here, if you go to the sales area data and the billing document tab, here you see invoicing list dates. So on this, based on this factory calendar, the invoice list dates will be determined. On those dates, the invoice list would get generated and it will be sent to the payer. So if I save this, the invoice list will get generated. Okay, there is some dump which is happening. So the system is not able to save the invoice list. Maybe you can try in your system similar example and see if you are able to save the invoice list. Okay, so you can try this example in your system. You can create some multiple billing documents and try to put them in the invoice list and try to save it. So that will generate the invoice list. And when you want to view the invoice list, you can use transaction VF22. And when we want to change or display, you can use VF23. When you want to change in invoice list, you can use VF22 transaction. So this is about the invoice list. Any doubts on this so far?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So then let us move ahead with the next concept of what are the different ways of creating a billing document. So we have multiple ways to create a billing document. So like how we have different ways of creating a sales order or a delivery document. Similarly, we have multiple ways in which we can create a billing document. So we can create a billing document individually. So from every delivery, or if it is an order related billing, you can create a billing document from the order. So we can use the transaction VF01 and we can create a individual billing document. So this is one way of creating the billing document, but this will not be the case in all our day-to-day activities. So there could be a number of billing documents that would need to be generated. So every day, like you'll be having some thousands of billing documents that would be required to be generated. So every time we cannot go into VF01 and create individual documents. Instead, the system has provided us other options of how to manage this situation. So we have something called the billing due list, which we have already seen, but still we will see it with little more details. So VF04 transaction is the billing due list. Here, this is the initial screen of the billing due list. You might have come across this. So here you will see the billing date from when to when you want to create the billing documents, and what billing type you want to generate, and what is the ST document. Either it is a sales order or delivery document, you can mention here. Here you have the sales or related information, sold to, or the destination country, all these kind of information, and then you have the default data and the batch and update. So here how the output has to look like, whether it has to display the list or it has to process the list. So here you have what kind of documents needs to be selected. Documents that are relevant for order related billing, or whether it is delivery related billing or rebate related invoice documents, or no documents with billing block, intercompany billing. So all these options are available here. So now let us select delivery related billing. So we have not specified any criteria. We will just try to run this billing bill list, this billing due list, and see how many documents we are able to generate that are due for billing. Due for billing in the sense all these documents would have completed the post goods issue and it is still not billed, so it is waiting for invoice to be created. So here you see there are numerous documents that are still not completed and waiting for billing to happen. So if you see the billing date, it is almost starting from the last 20 years, even more than that. So let us not focus on that. Let us try to restrict our selection from 1st of September. So now let us check if any documents are showing here. Yes. So now we have these 4 documents that are appearing here. So these are the documents that are due for billing. So now either we can create individual billing document. So you can select individual billing document, and if you select this particular line and click on this individual billing document, individually the document would get generated. But you want to have a collective process, then you can select everything, and if you give collective billing, then the documents, billing documents for all these 4 would get generated. On the other hand, if you want to combine this and you want to split all these kind of things, you can check by selecting everything, and if you go into the simulation mode, the system will tell you whether it is possible to combine these uh, deliveries into one invoice, or the system will split the invoices. And if it is splitting the invoices, what is the split criteria that the system has adopted? So you can check that by selecting this. You can go and select everything. Now you have selected everything. Just let us go and click on this simulation. So these are the 4 invoices. Now we'll check the split analysis. Select 2 documents. So let us select these 2 documents and see whether the system is able to combine these 2. So it will definitely split because the partner data is different for this and the partner data is different for this, and also the other criteria like the price group is different, Incoterms are different, sold to is different. So this customer account, the customer number itself is different. So all these are the different reasons why these 2 invoices would get split and it will not be combined into, sorry, these 2 deliveries would get split into 2 different invoices and will not be able to create one single invoice out of these 2 delivery documents. So on the other hand, if we go and select these 2 invoices and let us check the split analysis, it will split again. It will say billing date is different. So the date of billing should be the same. So if it is not same, then the system will not allow us to combine the deliveries into one invoice. So this splitting date is the billing date is different for these two. So because of that, it is splitting. So now you can check the log here to see if the invoices, any other error is happening when we try to create the invoice for these delivery documents. So this is about the simulation mode which is available in the VF04 screen, where you will be able to just check the deliveries on how they are going to split or whether it would be combined into one invoice. So maybe we can create some multiple deliveries and we can try to list them out, and we can see how whether we will be able to split them or whether it will be a combined invoice. So let us try to create some deliveries and let us try to check. Okay, let us create one sales order. So let us have two items here. So for the first line, we will have the payment term as ZB01, and for the second line, let us have payment term as ZB03, and we will save this order. Now we have saved this order, and now we will go and try to create a delivery for this. Now we are trying to create a delivery. So we can see both the items are appeared here. Let us try to use this order for other purposes. So I'm just trying to reduce the delivery quantity, and I am trying to save this delivery. So now change, I'm creating a transfer order. All the other processes would remain the same. Now we can go to create transfer order. Now we have one delivery with two materials. So now I'm trying to post the goods issue. Now we need to create an invoice for this, and let us see how the system is behaving when we try to create the invoice. So now this delivery, we will go to VF04 and we will check the billing date as first. Let us check, and we'll put our document here, display bill list. So we have this one document which is due for billing now. So now if we select this and we go to simulation. So see, it has split into two invoices, and we'll select these two and we'll check the split analysis. Why it has split? Although it was only one delivery with two line items, but these two line items are two different payment terms. So the system has split them into two invoices. So you cannot create a single invoice. On the other hand, now we will try to create two different deliveries with the same payment term. Now, for example, we go to VA, we will use the same order, VA02, we'll use the same order and we will create one more delivery, or we can create two deliveries. So let us attempt to create one delivery. So with only one line item, I will remove this line. So I will give for quantity. So I will save this. So this delivery we have created. So we will create one more delivery like this. So this is the first delivery we created, and we will create one more delivery from the same sales order. So this line I will remove because it has a different payment term. So in this same line, I will give some quantity 5 and I will create another delivery. So this delivery I have completed the PG. So I have created two deliveries. Now let us go and check the billing due list based on these two deliveries. So already we created this 4, which is having two lines which will get split. So I'm not selecting this. So instead I am selecting these two, and let me check the simulation whether the system will allow me to combine these two into one invoice. And let us check the split analysis. See, it is again splitting because it is having a different assignment number. So the assignment number, it is picking from the delivery document based on the setting what is maintained in the copy control. So that's the reason it is again splitting. So the system is not allowing us to combine these two into one invoice. So you need to make some changes to the assignment number setting in such a way that it doesn't consider these two deliveries as different numbers, and it will try to combine these two into one invoice document. So the assignment number is being different. So that is the reason it is trying to pick in these two deliveries, and it will create two separate invoices and not one invoice. So if you go to the copy control, for example, VTLF. So we'll go to copy control, PRO, CP reference IMG. Can go to sales and distribution, billing documents, maintain copy control for billing documents, copying control from delivery to billing. Now that is what we are looking at. We are trying to create billing document from a delivery document. So we will check how the assignment number is configured. So our billing type is F2 and delivery is LF. So we will check at the header how the assignment number. See, assignment number is C, which means delivery number is the criteria that will flow as a assignment number. So if these delivery numbers are flowing as assignment numbers, then these two delivery numbers are different. So on the other hand, if we change it to B, okay. Now let us see what will happen if we change it to B. So if we change it to B, the assignment number will be the sales order number. So in our case, the sales order number is the same because we have created two deliveries from the same sales order. So in that case, the assignment number would be the same and there will not be a split. So now let us try to change that and see what is the result of that change. So now I am changing this to B and let us try to create. Okay, now let us go to VF04. So here, give this billing date, and now we will select these two. We will ignore the first one and go into simulation. Now you see it has created one invoice. It is not going into any split or anything. It has created one single invoice because now we have maintained the assignment number as sales order number. Sales order is same for both. So if it is both, it will get combined into one invoice. So this is how we need to check how to split the invoices or combine deliveries into one invoice. So it is in the simulation mode, so it will not allow you to save. So if you want to create both together, you can now create it. So this is how the system will analyze the split and the combination. So invoice split and invoice combination is a very important criteria. So you can check that based on these settings. So any doubts on how we split invoices and how do we combine invoices from any one of you?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So this is one of the ways of creating the invoice using collective processing. So here the theoretical part, they have given all this whatever we have discussed. So how we create collective invoices, so how we create individual invoices, and how we can use online method or background method to perform the collective processing run, and how we can create billing on specific dates. So whenever you want to create invoices on specific dates, like how we maintained the invoice listed dates based on a factory calendar, you can maintain invoicing dates also, and on those dates only the invoice will get created for that particular customer. For example, in this payer, I already shown you where we maintain the invoice list date. On top of that, you will have invoice date also. So now for this customer, inside the sales area, you have the invoicing dates. So here in the invoicing dates also, if you maintain a factory calendar ID, then on those particular dates only the invoices will get generated, and it will not generate invoice for this payer on other dates. So this is the significance on generating invoices on specific dates. So background processing, we can set up background job. So it will try to execute the job on specific time and date. And then you have a cancellation. So collective cancellation is also possible. So if you want to have, you can cancel a collective billing run. So if you have some multiple documents which you wanted to cancel, you can cancel using the collective billing run. So for example, if you go to this easy access screen, you can have that option also. So if you go to logistics, sales and distribution, billing, information system, billing documents, log of collective run. So for example, on the shipping point, so these are the two documents that got generated for that particular shipping point. So if you want to cancel both, you can click reverse all. So it will reverse all, it will cancel both the documents, and it will generate cancellation invoices for both. So this is about collectively canceling the invoice documents. So it is already reversed, so you don't see this option here again. So this is all about canceling the billing documents collectively. So any doubts on this so far? So we have seen this invoice combination, invoice split, and setting up of invoice list. So what is invoice combination? What is invoice split? And how do we interpret the reasons for splitting invoices? We have to select those two lines, whichever you wanted to check for the split analysis. Go and click on the split analysis window. There you will be able to see what are the reasons the system has adopted for splitting the invoices, either at the header or at the item level. So any doubts so far?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So invoice list, we have seen how to create invoice list. So you can check creation of invoice list using the exercises. So now let us move ahead with the further concept of this we have seen yesterday, billing plans, processing of the down payments and installment payments. So we will, so let us try to look at how to perform a milestone billing or how to create a down payment. So now we would create one order VA01 and then create this order. Billing plan 02 give this material and give some order quantity of 50, and now I will change the item category. So now here you can go and you can see the billing plan. So this is how the billing plan looks like. So this is the first date on which you can create a down payment request, and on these dates, based on the milestone completion, 40%, 60%, and remaining closing invoice, based on the remaining balance, it will get created. There is a block on all these levels of milestones, so you need to remove this block to create invoices. So now this is the first down payment. So let us attempt to create a down payment request against this. So the billing type that will be usually used for creating a down payment request is FAZ. So FAZ is the billing document type that will be used for creating down payment request. So let us now create a down payment request. Before that, we will save this sales order and we'll check if there is any incompletion. No incompletion, we will save the sales order. So now we have saved the sales order. With this, and then we can create VF01. We can go and give this. So it is automatically, it is creating a down payment request for this amount of 1,250. So from where this amount has picked up, we can go to the order and we can see. So you can select the line item, go to billing plan. Here you can see this is the value for which it has created. So now we can save this down payment request. So now once it is saved, here if you again go back and see the status, we will see what the status is now. So here in the down payment request, if you double click on this line item and go to billing plan, here the status, billing status is now updated to C, which means that the billing is now completed for this down payment line. Now we need to record this down payment because customer is, let us assume the customer is now made the payment for this. Now let us record the incoming payment. So we can, for that we need to go to accounting, financial accounting, accounts receivable, document entry, down payment, F29, down payment. So today's date you can give, today is the document date. So account, this is the customer. So special GL indicator. So account, maintain this account. So what is the amount? This is the amount of the down payment. So you can check what is the amount. You can double click on this line. So the amount would be 1,250 plus this 187.50. So we are putting the date, today's date. tax code must be entered. So now you have posted this document for the incoming payment for the down payment. So you have created a down payment invoice and customer has now made payment for the value of down payment. Now you have recorded the incoming payment. So then once the milestones are getting completed, you need to create invoices according to those dates by removing the billing block from the sales order. So now, for example, now so now let us go to that sales order which we created. Okay, what is that we created? Okay, now if I go to this line item and this billing plan. Now, for example, let us assume that the second milestone is now completed and we are trying to create invoice for that. So just for example sake, I'm telling you. So you don't need to consider this as a real time thing. So now I'll remove this block and I'll attempt to create a invoice for this milestone. Now let us go back and save this order. And now we will attempt to create a invoice for this milestone. Now we can go VF01. Now system will generate a normal invoice for this milestone. So we can select this. Something is wrong. It has to show the down payment here. I'm not sure why it is not showing. Just give me a minute, I'll check. So just give me a minute. Just facing some issues. I hope you shared my screen. Let me know when you're able to see.
Yes, sir.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, actually what has happened now, once we create the down payment invoice. So now we have created a down payment invoice. Now let us try to post the down payment once the payment is received from the customer. So now let us again go back and look at how to post the incoming payment. So now you can go to this menu, accounting, financial accounting, accounts receivable, document entry, down payment. Here you can go and put today's date as the post document date. Account, you need to give the customer. This is the customer's bank account number. Special GL account indicator should be A. Our company code is 1000. Our currency rate is euro. The amount what we need to enter is this 500 is a net value plus the tax. So 575 you need to enter here. Now this is why it is going there. Okay. Okay, now once you enter, we can click on requests. So this document we can now select. This document is the one which we are going to create the down payment. So we can create down payment. So this down payment request got now created. Now what would happen when we create another invoice for the milestone? Let us take this milestone order. Now if we double click on this, go to the billing plan. So now let us change the date to today's date. For example, now billing block I have removed. Let me save this order and we will try to create a invoice for this milestone. See, now you have seen here the second line is coming here as down payment settlement. So this is the amount which we already created the request. So that is what it will come here as well. But the value of the invoice will be shown as the value of the milestone only. It will not consider this down payment settlement. So if you want to consider this also into the value, then you need to go and make some changes to the AZWR condition. So here if you see the AZWR is a down payment settlement, it is showing condition value as 500. If you want to change this value, then you can change and then that amount will be also considered. So now if I change this to 100, then let us see what happens. So here you see the down payment. Now the value is become 100 instead of 500. So this condition record AZWR is specifically used for this down payment. So AZWR, you must make a note of this. Okay. So now I'm not saving this. I'm just coming back. So this is how you create the milestone related invoices. Any doubts on this so far?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So this we come to end of this billing plan concept. So you can try to attempt to the exercises at the back of the material, and then if you have any doubts you can reach out to me. So now let us move ahead with the important concept of account determination and how we determine the account. So generally if you take some example of billing documents, okay, VF03. Now let us take some example of billing documents. So this is one such example of a standard F2 invoice. And if I go and check the document flow, here you will see that there is something called the accounting document that has been generated. So you will try to display this document and see how it looks like. So this is the accounting document. Here it will have a header and at the item level. So here you see what is the document number of this accounting document, what is the company code, what is the fiscal year, what is the posting date, which period it belongs to, what is the reference invoice number, what is the currency. And here you see there are different details at the item level like company code, item, this is the posting key, and this is the special GL indicator and the account. So this account, whatever you see here, this 80000017500, this account, all these are called the GL accounts. So this account will, the sales revenue out of this transaction will get posted to this account. The taxes are getting posted to this account. So if it is a cash sale, it will get posted to a separate cash sales account. So this is the significance of this GL accounts. So these are all called the general ledger accounts, to which you need to post the different components. So what you will be having a separate a GL ledger account for the freight. So you will have a separate GL ledger account for the rebate conditions. You will have a separate GL account for discount conditions. Likewise, you will have different GL accounts. So if you select those specific billing documents and go into the accounting document, you can see the different GL accounts to which the different components are getting posted to. So here you can go and check these accounts. So now how these accounts are getting determined is based on the account determination setting. So account determination setting is similar to that of a price procedure or any other determination that we already saw. So it also works based on condition technique. So this will be more or less standardized and there will not be much custom or any enablement that is being made. Yeah, usually account determination will be a standard procedure. So here you can go and check the environment. You can go to the account determination analysis. Here you can go to revenue accounts. So what we are discussing is about revenue account determination. So you can select revenue accounts. So here you see the account determination procedure is KOFI00 that has got determined for this particular billing document. And under that you see this is the access sequence PR00, and under this access sequence it has got these two conditions. So first access is based on chart of accounts, sales org, account assignment group of the customer, account assignment group of material, and the account key. Then the second access is what it has got satisfied. So now chart of account, sales org, account assignment group, and the account key. So based on this GL account 8000000 has been determined. So where we maintain this configuration. So here you see that there are different components like chart of accounts, sales org, account assignment group, account key. So if you go to account revenue account determination, how do we set up the revenue account determination? You can go to SPRO, SAP reference IMG. Can go to sales and distribution, billing, sorry, account assignment, costing. So revenue account determination. So here you have seen different steps to configure the revenue account determination. First, you need to check master data relevant for account assignment. So for account assignment to happen, you need to have the information of account assignment group from customer and from the material. So if you open any customer master, you will see the account assignment group that is maintained. So I will go to this customer master. And if I go to the sales area data, and in that, in the sales, or in, sorry, here you see the account assignment group is 01 for this customer. So this is one important criteria which the system will consider for account determination. So this is for domestic revenues that this customer will use this account assignment group 01. Similarly, for material also you will have an account assignment group. So if I go to any material, MM03 for example, let us take this material. So in this, if you go to here, you see the account assignment group is blank, but we need to maintain an account assignment group for the material here at sales org 2 tab. So this is another important master data setup. So once you have these two master data setup, then we need to define access sequences and account determination type. So access sequences, we can see that for our case, it is PR00 is the access sequence that they have created. So let us go and see how PR00 looks like. So these are the, sorry, KOFI is one access sequence and KOFR is another access sequence. Sorry. So now KOFI, let us check what are the accesses that are placed inside KOFI. So in KOFI, these are the different condition tables, table 1, 2, 3, 5, and 4. These are having different fields. So table 1 is having customer group, material account assignment group, and account key. Whereas table 2 is configured with customer account assignment group and account key. Table 3 is material group and account key, and table 5 is with only account key, and table 4 is a general one. So inside this, if you go and check the fields, it will take sales org, account assignment group of the customer, account assignment group of the material, and the account key. So from where this account key will come? So if you remember, when we were discussing about the pricing procedure, there were two fields out of the 16 fields. There were two fields, account key and accrual key, which I told we will discuss later. So now we can check them. So in this standard pricing procedure, let us check how it is configured. Here you can see account key and accrual key. So accrual key will be assigned only for rebate conditions. So if you go, there would be rebate conditions also placed in the pricing procedure. So these are the rebate conditions, BO01, BO. Yesterday when we discussed the rebate agreement, we saw that we created condition record for BO02, which is nothing but a material rebate. So here you see accrual key, ERU. The account key is ERB. So this is the account key which the system will consider for posting the posting the amounts against a GL account. So for this condition type, for example, if it is wanted to post the sales revenue, that means it for PR0 is the price. So for price, it will be posted as the revenue. So for PR00, you see the account key is ERL. Whereas if you take any discount, then these are all discounts. The account key is ERS. So it will post the discounts to a different GL account based on this account key. On the other hand, if you see freight, so freight condition is KF00. So freight condition, you see here KF00, it will use a different account key, ARF. So with this, it will identify to which GL account this value has to be posted to. So now in our case, ERL, the system is looking at this account key. In our case of billing document, here see the account key is picked as ERL. The chart of accounts is INT. This is sales org. This is the customer account assignment group, and this account key. Based on this combination, the system has determined the GL account as 8000000. So where this configuration we will make, we have a specific place where we make this particular configuration. So here if you go to this, you can go to assign GL accounts. Here you can see the configuration, assign GL accounts, and this is the first level. Here you can go and check. So this is the application, which is V, and this is the condition type. This is a chart of account, sales org, account assignment group of customer, account assignment group of material, and the account key. And for this combination, the GL account has been assigned. So in our case, the system has not picked up this combination. Instead, it has picked up this combination, customer group and account key. So we can go and check this. So here we can go and check application SV, condition type KOF5. So our chart of accounts is INT, our sales org is 1000, our account assignment group is 01, our account key is ERL. So against this, you see the GL account is maintained as 80000. So this is the GL account which the system has picked up based on this condition type, chart of account, sales org, customer account assignment group, and the account key. So this combination only it has picked up. So GL account has been determined. Why it has not picked this combination is because the account assignment group is blank for the material. So because of that reason, this was not picked up and it has gone and checked for the next access. Are you clear on this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the revenue account determination and what is the significance of the account key. This definitely you will be asked some questions in your interviews based on this revenue account determination concept. So this is the link between SD and FI. So if they ask what is the link between SD and FI, you should be able to tell that revenue account determination is one such linkage between sales and distribution module and finance module. So there are other linkages also like credit check and other things, but revenue account determination only the system is linked between sales and distribution module and finance module. So you should be able to tell them this information. So this is how the account determination has happened. So you can go and check any billing document which you have created. So if you are, for example, if I go to VF03, it has pull up some other billing documents that we have created recently also. So here also we can go to account determination analysis, revenue account. So here you can see account determination is determined based on this. So here for this material, the account assignment group is available. So it has picked the first key. So here INT 1000. So it has gone and checked this option. So you can go back and here you can check this option. So we condition type is KYFI. There are only one condition type KYFI for the revenue account. There is one more KYFK, but that will not be used frequently. Only KYFI will be used. So sales org is 1000, account assignment group of customer, account assignment group of material, account key is here. For that, here you see this is the GL account. That is what it has system has determined. So this is the configuration. Why this combination is picked up is because this material, the account assignment group has been maintained. But in our earlier example, account assignment group was not available for that material. Now let us check this material and see if the account assignment group is there for this material. Let us check sales org 2 data only. Here you see account assignment group is maintained for this material. So this is the significant fields like for customer master account assignment group, material master account assignment group. Then we have this application chart of accounts, sales org, and along with that we need to have the account key to which you will assign the GL account. And that GL account is the one to which the revenues or the freight or rebate anything will be posted. So in the case of rebate, for example, yesterday we created some rebate documents. So some billing documents we saw were with rebates. So let us check how those documents in that the rebate, how it is posted, we can check. Let us check some rebate related documents which we created yesterday. So one second. Guys, just give me some 5 minutes. I will be back.
Yes, sir. Wait, Mr.
Sorry guys, I'm back. So I hope you're all able to see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so any doubts on this revenue account determination concept? I asked a question.
No, sir.
Okay, let us check some of the billing documents which we created yesterday. Whether you're able to see the how we are able to see the accounts. So this is, for example, this is a rebate settlement document which we created. So we'll see how the account has worked here. So if we go to the accounting document for this partial settlement credit memo, here you can see sales bonuses rebate accruals has been posted to this separate account 884010. So if we want to check what is the account key that the system has used to determine this rebate accruals, then we can go here and check this account determination analysis revenue accounts. See, it has used the account key. Consider the account key ERU, which is the accrual account key. So based on that, it has determined this GL account. Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
So this is the significance of the account key. Account key is the linkage between SD and finance module. So without this account group, you will not be able to post the different components of the price, like revenue, sales revenue, or freights, or discounts, or accruals. All these things you will not be able to post it without this account key. So you need to have this account key in order to post this. So this is about the account determination. Then we have seen about this. So let us move ahead with the next concept which we have. So when next concept that we are going to focus is on the text control or the text determination process. So let us try to create a sales order using VA01. Now let us check OR. Now let's check this. Now if I go to the header, here you can see a tab called text. So here you see many text types. These are all called the different text types that are appearing here. So if you want to make any entry here, for example, if you say terms of payment, if you want to make some entry, you can double click on this and you can make some entry here. On the other hand, if you want to add some shipping instructions, you can double click on this. You can say, for example, if you add any shipping instructions like fragile material like that, then we can use this. So this is how the texts are by default, it is coming here. Similarly, there will be text for delivery document. There will be text for, so even if you go to any delivery document, you are also at the header and the item level. See, for the header, for example, I'm clicking the header and text. Here also you see there are many such text types. Here also you can maintain the text. Similarly, at the item level also, double click on this and go to this text also. Here also we can maintain the text. You can double click and you can maintain. So similarly, it will be present for billing document also. And so for billing also, if I go here, double click on this at the header. If I go to billing, go to header text. Here you can double click on this here. So we can type whatever we want. So text tests like. So similarly, at the item level, you can go and you can update your texts. Item text also you can. They have not maintained any text types here, so it is not appearing. So on the other hand, even these texts are applicable for customer and materials also. So we can go to VD02. If you open any customer, texts, here you can see different texts. So if you maintain some text sales note for customer like test 1 2 3, then you can change this, save. So whenever we create order for this customer, then this text will appear there. So this is how the texts work. So there is an underlying configuration for this. So we will be seeing how that works. So now we can go to SPRO and SAP reference IMG. Here we can go to sales and distribution, basic functions, text control, define text types, define access sequence for determining text, define and assign text determination procedure. So now let us click on this, define and assign text determination procedure. So now these are the places where you can maintain text. So here you see many places: customer, central text, contact person, sales and distribution, so like info records, for price conditions, for sales document, for delivery document, billing document. All these are the places where you can maintain the text. So now, for example, I'm going to delivery header and text types. So if I want to add particular text type, like for example, in the delivery document, if the expectation is to have a truck number filled in the delivery type, in the delivery document. For example, we have a requirement where customer wants to update the truck number inside the delivery document. Then we can go and add a new entry into this. So there are many such text types. So we can create new entry. We can use one custom text type and we can update truck number. Okay. And we can save this. So we are doing this for the delivery header, if you remember that. So once that is done, we can go back, and the next thing is here you can go to change mode. Here you can see the text procedures. So these are the different text procedures, like how we have pricing procedures. Output determination also uses procedures, material determination, material listing and exclusion procedure. Like that, we have text determination procedure. So these are the text determination procedures. So text determination procedure 02 is having that delivery header. So we can select this and we can go inside that and we will see these are the IDs. So here we can add our entry Z001 which we created. So sequence number. Okay, let us check what is the next sequence number. Text IDs. So the next sequence we can maintain it as 220. So can go to sequence number 220 and we can add our text ID Z001. It is called the truck number. So then we will save this. So then we can see the access sequences for this. So these are the different access sequences. So we can go to access sequence for text IDs. So let us select one access sequence, one. Here you can go and instead of this text ID, maybe what we can do, we can add our own entry here. For example, sequence number we'll put 70, text object is VBBK and our text ID 001. This. So now let us save this. So text object we have added. So now we'll check the text procedure assignment. So for our delivery document LF02 is the text procedure which is already assigned. So we are not making any changes here. So now we have added a new text ID or a text type truck number into our delivery header. So similarly, you can perform the same kind of change for other components, like for customer also you can do. For info records, you can create text IDs and assign it. Sales order you can do, deliveries you can do likewise. So now let us create a delivery and we will see if our truck number is appearing in the header. So we can go to VA02. We can use the already created sales document. So maybe we can use this. So let us create a delivery for this sales order. Now remove this quantity. Now let us just give some 3 quantity as delivery. Now if I go to the header and here you see the truck number has appeared now. Can you see this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, this is because of our configuration settings that we are able to get the truck number here. So if you want, you can enter your truck number, test truck, like that. Some truck number you can enter and you can save. So likewise, you can add your own text types at the line item level. Similarly, you can do for customers like that. It is possible to be Done. The underlying configuration is coming from the text determination procedure. So inside the text determination procedure, you will be having the text IDs, and inside that you will be having those IDs, you will be having an access sequence, and you need to assign the text determination procedure to your document types. If you want it at the header, you need to assign it to the document type. If you want it at the item, you need to assign it at the item category. So this is how the text control or the text determination works in SAP. So any doubts on this, guys, so far?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So if you have any other doubts, we can discuss now. So we have a few more concepts that has left, but I wanted you to focus more on the billing and the pricing exercises. So if you have any doubts, we can discuss it now. Otherwise, I think we can continue our session tomorrow. Any specific queries, questions you wanted to address now? Because I have covered quite a few concepts today. So I wanted you to go and practice all this in the system before you tend to forget all this. So maybe if you have any doubts, we can discuss it now.
No, sir.
How about others?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So are we good to close for today, or you wish to continue, or what is your opinion on this? Hello.
It's enough for today, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so please go ahead and continue with your practical sessions. So if you have any doubts, you can just ping me on WhatsApp. Then maybe if you want, we can connect again as well. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Thanks for joining today. So let us meet tomorrow and we will continue with our sessions.